Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Tyler here from the Sacktown Breakdown, and today we are breaking down the Sacramento Kings 110-106 W against the Mavs. Does that look like an M? I don't know. I kind of didn't. That wasn't planned. I just did that like off. I kind of freestyled that, which it wasn't that impressive. So I don't know why I'm bragging about that. Anyways, we are here. The Kings thoroughly, destroyed the Mavericks for most of the game. And then, wouldn't be a Kings W without almost losing. So you know how that goes. We have Sing04 in the chat. What's going on, Sing04? I'll answer your questions in a second. Shout out to our sponsors, Taboo Ohana. Shout out to our sponsor, Computer Booter. And follow my boy Skip and Tosh on all the platforms, SKIPNTOSH. He's my partner in crime on the Sacktown Breakdown. Follow my YouTube channel at Tap2K and my Twitch, Tap2K43. I don't even make videos right now. I don't even care. Sacktown Breakdown is where it's at for me, and I'm just sick of the whole video making process. I'm kind of over it. I'm trying to spend more time to focus on things that actually matter. Spend less time on my phone, and I spend less time doing, stuff that doesn't really matter to life. I'm kind of redoing things. And Sacktown Breakdown is one thing. It's easy to do. It's fun, and I'm loving doing it. I wasn't having that same experience on my personal channel and my Twitch, so I'm taking a break from all that stuff right now. And that's where I've been. If you follow me on my other stuff, you'll know what I've been doing. But we're here, and we're talking about the Kings, so let's get into it. Single4 asks in the chat, Bagley's really scaring me. Feel like something's going on, man. Your thoughts? And he says, shout out to Nemanja Bjelica. He killed it today from 3. Bagley, I don't think anything's going on. I mean, he was questionable today. He's questionable today, which means he was more likely not going to play, but there was a chance. And, he didn't play, obviously. Have not changed my calendar since the month of December. Let's go ahead and fix that real quick. I got Justin Jackson on my calendar, which, that the month of November, Justin Jackson's on here. Let's take a guess. I'm going to guess who's in December. I'm going to say it's Buddy Hield. I'm going to guess Buddy Hield. Let's see who it is. We'll do it together. Justin Jackson. I'm guessing Buddy's probably on here twice. Because, they got to do, I don't know. We'll see. Who's it going to be? De'Aaron. I almost guessed De'Aaron, too. Well, oh, bro, look at Kemba's face. He's like, really? I got to guard this dude? This dude's killing me. All right, well, I'm glad I got that out of the way. Okay, I always change my calendars about 8 minutes late. Or 8 days late. Okay, let's get to the real business at hand here. I don't think there's anything wrong with Bagley. I just think, they're going to take their time with him. I don't blame them for doing so. And I'm not worried. I think he'll come back. I am a little worried. I think he'll come back soon. I am a little worried what they're going to do when he comes back, because Bagley has not really shown he's going to be super consistent from 3 yet, other than maybe some corner threes. And him and Holmes probably won't work together very well as a duo in the front court. So I'm kind of concerned that maybe Holmes is going to get some... The video's frozen. Alright, hold up. I don't know what's going on. No, it's fine. Okay, Sing04, is it still frozen for you? Because it might just be you. I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to assume it's fine, because Jeff Lefty said it's fine. It must be on Sing04's end. So I'm just saying, so with Holmes down low, you think you'd want Bagley stretching the floor, right? So, because Holmes can't shoot, Bagley can shoot more than Holmes can. So if you put those two together in the front court, which I don't think the Kings will start Bagley for probably at least 5 games, maybe longer. Because here's the one of the most important takeaways I got from the Kings today is that Dedmon didn't even play. So they have completely given up on Dwayne Dedmon. Maybe they're just giving him a game off to try to figure himself out. But Dwayne Dedmon didn't get any minutes. So we need another big man. I think personally the best move is to bring Bagley off the bench for 5 games at least. see how he plays. If he's playing pretty well, start him at center. But I don't want to do that because Rashawn Holmes is playing so well. It's really confusing because basically you have to me, it seems like you have to have Holmes or Bagley with Bielitsa. You need to have somebody stretching the floor. So I think what they're going to have to do is go like De'Aaron, Buddy. Honestly, I think this is going to lead to more Bogdan and Buddy on the floor together. Because I think what you're going to have to do, you're going to always have to have somebody stretching the floor at the 4. So what you're going to have to do is have either Holmes, whenever Holmes or Bagley's in, they're going to have to be at center. And then you're going to have Bielitsa with Holmes or Bagley. And then once, you get some fresh people in there, you're probably going to have to play Barnes or Ariza at the 4. Because I don't think Bagley and Holmes will work floor stretching wise. You have to have that shooting out there. So I think, and it would be nice if Dedmon could actually hit his threes, because he could be the floor stretcher for Bagley. So you could play Bagley and Dedmon together, and Dedmon would be the one shooting the threes. Bagley would play inside. But it's not, I don't see, Dedmon's pretty much sucks from what we've seen so far. So I don't think that's going to happen. So I think you're going to see more Barnes and Ariza at the 4 when Bagley comes in, because we basically have one center, which is Holmes, because Dedmon sucks. So I think you have to play Bagley at center. I mean, that's my opinion. And I think he should be playing there anyways. Now, I think that's going to lead, because Ariza and Barnes are going to have to be playing up a position, be playing at the 4. I think it's going to lead to more Bogdan at the 3. And maybe more Justin James minutes as well. Because basically, you have to replace those minutes that Dedmon is Dedmon going to continue to not play? I doubt it. They're probably going to give him some minutes. Probably just going to give him a few games off to regroup. But if Dedmon doesn't play at all, we're going to have to do something with those minutes. And that's probably going to lead to Barnes and Ariza going to the 4, Bagley going to the 5. Harry Giles could be getting minutes too. I kind of forgot about Harry Giles sitting here talking. But Harry Giles hasn't been getting minutes either. One of those guys needs to play, Giles or Dedmon. So I'm going to get into the game. If you guys have more questions about that, tell me how you feel about that whole dynamic of Bagley coming back, where he's going to fit in. And after I go over the game, we can talk about, some stuff here and there. I do got to go probably at 7:50, so we're going to try to make this kind of a quicker one because I got somewhere I got to be real quick. So 7:50-ish, I'll probably try to end it. So we got 18 minutes here to talk. Let's get into it. So first quarter against the Mavs, great ball movement on the first possession. Bielitsa made 3. Doncic, first play of the game for the Mavs, and 1-3. Nice Buddy to Holmes pass. Buddy had a nice dunk there. Then a couple play later, cherry pick, pass. Buddy passed it to Bielitsa. Bielitsa was just cherry picking by himself. Buddy had a nice 3 that he had to reposition for. He was handling the ball. He wanted to shoot the 3 real bad. He was like, okay, relax. He passed it to Holmes. Holmes passed it right back to him. He got in position, set his feet, boom, bucket. That's nice patience from Buddy that we don't see. Recently, we've been seeing Buddy just trying to jack up as many shots as humanly possible, just going super try hard a ridiculous amount. I don't know why my follower count isn't showing, by the way. That's kind of annoying. Where's follower count at? Sorry. But that just annoys me. Yeah, that's the thing. We do need Bagley's rebounding inside. That's the issue I have. I don't know. Is follower count just gone? That's weird. Okay, well, I'm going to have to fix that another time because we're going out here. Oh, it's right here. Right? Yeah. That's weird. Follower count just disappeared. Okay, sorry guys. I'll have to fix that later. I don't know what happened to that. But, okay, so what's weird to me, we'll get to the Bagley stuff in a minute. Let me finish here. So, Buddy repositioned for the 3, which is nice because he hasn't been very patient. He's been, trying to just jack up 3s as much as he can. And it's annoying because that's what's been leading to a lot of turnovers. Now, Buddy's nice 3 that he repositioned for is that he's maybe learning patience and not to just jack up shots. But there was too much Buddy dribbling on the perimeter still. But it's crazy, though, because this was probably Buddy Hield's best playmaking game I've ever seen from him. He was seriously, like, making nice passes. He was finding guys open, passing it to him right to the basket. It was like, wow, Buddy Hield. You know, we had 8 assists and 0 turnovers in the first quarter. I think we finished the first quarter with 9 assists and 1 turnover. So we played really good in the first quarter. And this was definitely Buddy's best playmaking game I think he's ever played. And, you know, it's funny because last game, I think he had no assists. And Bogdan had 1 assist. So, I mean, Buddy already, like, quadrupled by himself the amount of assists that him and Bogdan had together last game. Barnes to Belly for 3. 10 points for Bjelica in the first quarter. 17-9 is the score at this point. Buddy hits a 3. Buddy to Holmes for a lob, and Buddy hits another 3. Luka was complaining about every foul, and what was even crazier about that was Grant complaining about Luka complaining about every foul. Grant, the way he sounded on commentary, sounded like he had veins popping out of his head. He was yelling. It was kind of crazy. I was like, damn, Grant's going hard on Luka. So Luka was driving all over the Kings. Luka was getting straight to the basket like LeBron status almost. He was like just getting anywhere he wanted it. It was pretty bad. It was annoying, but he couldn't hit any threes. Porzingis couldn't really do much. So it was like not, you know, I guess you'll take it is my point. So sorry, I'm fixing something here. It's weird. Okay. So the first turnover of the game led to a 5-point swing. They scored 2. The Mavericks scored 2. The Kings went to inbound the ball. Immediate, like, just I think Seth Curry just stole the ball from whoever, and he shot a 3. It was a 5-point swing. It was like, really? Did that really have to happen? I'm like, I don't know. I bet it was the first turnover, so I was like, okay, it's fine. It is what it is. Grant then proceeds to go off because Luka kept being like at the refs and like, you know, he was doing all kinds of violent hand motions, I guess, towards the refs, and Grant wasn't having it. And Grant was like going off. It was crazy. I was loving it. Buddy, great playmaking. He wasn't being dumb with the ball. There was a little too much dribbling around in the perimeter at times, but he wasn't being stupid with the ball. He was, you know, still getting good looks or passing the ball nicely. So, you know, it's something that you want to see from Buddy more. We have some comments here or some stuff in the chat. Singh says it's so annoying that he keeps sitting out. If Bags continues not to play, I say trade him. I can't tolerate him just sitting after he's been medically cleared to play. Has he been like, I mean, he may have been like medically cleared to play, but if he, I don't know. I feel like if he doesn't feel comfortable yet playing, I wouldn't just want him to rush him. I mean, yeah, I guess to a point where if he sits for like a month after he's been medically cleared, then yeah, maybe there's a problem. But I don't think it's that big of a deal yet. How long has he been medically cleared for? That's the real question. Because I'm on Twitter right now, and I mean, so December 5th, he was cleared for contact and is getting close to a return. That's only 3 days after he's been cleared. I don't think it's that big of a deal yet. Now, if it goes like a couple weeks, it would be a big deal. But I'm not that worried right now about Bagley. I do see what you mean, though, because he's been getting hurt kind of a lot. Ever since he's been in the league, it seems like he's been kind of a little, getting hurt. So it is something I would be concerned about, but I'm not that concerned about right now. Maybe in a couple weeks, if he's not playing for some reason, then yes. Just my opinion. I don't know. How does Jeff the Lefty feel about it? And yes, you're right. Corey Joseph did have another bad game. Second quarter, the Kings were scrappy on D. Bogdan had an and one. Bjelica had a nice little 2-point bucket. Yogi to Holmes, crazy lob. It was pretty sick. Yogi went one-on-one with Justin Jackson, and he is very dynamic the way he plays. I mean, that's the great thing about Yogi is that's the word I can think of is dynamic. It's just like he can pass the ball, he can shoot it, he's fast, he can shoot the three, he can go inside and draw the foul. Yogi has a dynamic play to him that Corey Joseph doesn't have, and that's why we're so much better when Yogi's out there, in my opinion. JJ Barea versus Yogi Ferrell, just one-on-one, kind of looked funny. They're like the yin and yang version of each other. I'm sitting here watching, I'm thinking, is Yogi Ferrell the black version of JJ Barea? Is JJ Barea the white version of Yogi Ferrell? Because they're like the same height, they play the same. Granted, Yogi's a little quicker, but, you know, JJ Barea is getting up there in age. And, you know, it is kind of like he's up there, and I think he like tore his Achilles like a year ago. So, but it's funny. It's like I'm watching mirror images of each other playing. It's just it was like entertaining. It was like yin and yang. I don't know. I just thought it was funny. Holmes cleaning up all the boards like a beast. Tim Hardaway Jr. kept hitting threes though, nonstop. Tim Hardaway Jr. could not stop getting these buckets. It was crazy. I was like, wow. It got to a point where I was like rewinding it, like, damn, did he really just take that and make it? But he did. And Jeff Levy says too soon to get a take on the Bagley situation, but he's concerned though. Yeah, I'm concerned too, but I think it'll be fine. No, if he comes back and gets hurt again, then it's like, okay, this dude's injury prone, what do we do? But we'll see. I'm just going to write it out. That's kind of how I'm feeling about the whole King situation in general. Just going to write it out. Bogey had a nice defensive play on Porzingis where he stayed in front of him. Bogey to Buddy back cut on three. It was a real nice play where I forget who had the ball in their hands. It might have been Bielitsa. Or no, I think it was an inbounds play where there was a screen. Buddy came one way, Bogdan came the other. Bogdan acted like he was going to go over, but then he went under and did like a back cut. And then Buddy came out on the perimeter, and both guys were like open. It was like beautiful. And I think and Buddy had a 2-point bucket on that play there. So it was nice. The Kings at this point, it's halftime now. The Kings were pretty much thoroughly killing the Mavericks. We're going to the third quarter here. Bielitsa had a nice take to the basket. Barnes had a nice take to the basket. Corey Joseph had a nice three. At this point, the score is 73-49, and Tim Hardaway Jr. has 8 3-pointers. Tim Hardaway Jr. solely was the only person keeping the Kings in this, or keeping the Mavericks in this game. But the momentum starts to change. Buddy hits a three. Bielitsa to Buddy hit to another three. But Luka was getting going. That's what changed the momentum. He started hitting his little step-back threes, driving to the basket, getting foul calls after he complained forever. Bielitsa did have a three, though, with 1 second left to go on the shot clock. And at into the third quarter, 92-78. So obviously the score is getting closer, but we still have a 14-point lead. It's like really not something to worry about. Or you would hope it's not something to worry about. But, you know, it's the Kings, so you got to always worry, unfortunately. Opening the fourth quarter, you had a Yogi to Bogey three, Bogey to Bielitsa three. So all kinds of passing in this game, which was nice. Bogey airballed a shot that caused the shot clock to go off. And then the next play, JJ Barea fronted Bielitsa to where Bogdan couldn't pass Bielitsa the ball. And that was the same play. JJ Barea was fronting Bielitsa. So Bogdan, who was 6'6", couldn't pass the ball to Bielitsa, who was like 6'10", because like 6-foot JJ Barea was fronting him. I'm like, damn. That's crazy. JJ Barea is a beast, though. He locked up LeBron in the 2011 finals, so what do you expect? And that's what Bogey couldn't pass to Bielitsa, because that was like the play. They tried forever, couldn't get it done, so Bielitsa had to throw up an air ball. And that's why shot clock went off. I mean, he didn't have to throw up an air ball. He threw up an air ball, and the shot clock went off. So, Buddy nice, too. Finney Smith hit a three. And this is where the Kings start to fall apart. Way too much dribbling around, no ball movement. The Kings have a turnover. The Mavs turn the ball over. I don't remember who the first turnover was, but the second turnover was Corey Joseph. So, yeah, the Kings turnover, Mavs turnover, Corey Joseph turnover as the second Kings turnover. So it's back-to-back turnovers for the Kings. Sandwiched with a Mavs turnover sandwiched in between the two. And then the next play, Holmes offensive foul. A bump on the pick, offensive foul. So it's back-to-back turnovers for the Kings. Doncic hit a three. The Kings were on a 10-0 run. At this point in the game, 3 minutes and 40 seconds left. At one point, we were ahead 73 to 49. We were now ahead 106 to 100. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left. Jeff the lefty chimes in with the Kings ball movement was terrible in the fourth. That's the main reason the Mavs went on the scary run, and he's absolutely right. Barnes, offensive foul. Barnes with a beautiful post-up, though. Bogdan, hesitation on the pass to Buddy, knocked him off his rhythm. There was a play where Buddy ran into a corner, and Bogdan was kind of on the wing, and the play called for Buddy to get the ball, I think. And Bogdan thought that somebody was closer to Buddy than there was, so he was going to pass. He stopped, but then he passed like a second later. And I think had Buddy gotten that ball, like if Bogdan would have passed to him instead of hesitating, I think Buddy probably would have made the shot. But I think it messed up Buddy's rhythm, and then he like shot it off the corner of the backboard. I was like, oh, gross. Luka, final play of the game here. The Kings were ahead 108-106. They had the ball with I don't remember how much time, so let's go ahead and actually check that real quick and see. Right here. Let's go to the play-by-play real quick. Fourth quarter. So the Kings had the ball with 3.4 seconds left. Doncic is guarding Bjelica, and Doncic actually, he's basically on him. Bjelica and Doncic are under the basket. Everybody else is kind of on the perimeter. Harrison Barnes has, I don't remember who was on Harrison Barnes, but basically Harrison Barnes, no, I take that back. I think Harrison Barnes was in the corner. He ran up to the top of the arc, and Luka was on Bjelica in the bottom of the basket. Bjelica kind of ran with Barnes, so they ran together. And then when Barnes got to the top of the arc, because they gave the ball to Barnes like 4 times in a row for post-ups, which Barnes had really nice looks. He just missed them, which sucked, but it is what it is. You know, you hope he makes those next game. Basically, Barnes and Bjelica ran together. Barnes got to the top of the arc. Luka's like, oh crap, they're going to give it to Barnes. So he sprinted towards Barnes, tried to double Barnes, left Bjelica wide open under the basket. I don't know what he was thinking. And it was just like, there was nobody within 20 feet of him. Pass into Bjelica, dunk, 110-106. And that was your game. Essentially, Doncic blew it. I mean, it was 108-106 with 3.4 seconds left. So, we're more likely going to win that one anyways. But any chance Doncic had of willing this Mavs team to victory was completely shattered right there when he completely blew the defense right there. He completely blew the defense on Bjelica. So, the last note I have here is something I already mentioned. Dwight Dedmon did not play this game at all. I don't know if they're giving up on him. I don't know if they're just giving him a game or two to, like, relax since he's been so terrible. I don't know what the problem is. But we didn't get any Giles either. Our only big man was Rashawn Holmes. And then there's probably some Bjelica minutes at the 5 there. I didn't really recall specifically, but I'm sure they probably did, like, a Ariza or Barnes at the 4 and Bjelica at the 5 at some point. Thoughts on tomorrow's game? We have to try to stop Harden, even though if you can't, at least slow him down. This is going to be the last thing I talk about right here because I do have to go like right now. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about this real quick. Sorry, it's a little shorter one. I don't know who's doing the game tomorrow. It's either going to be me or Skip, obviously, but I'm not sure which one. Thoughts on tomorrow's game? We only have to try to stop Harden, even though if you can't, at least slow him down. Which are keys to the game? I think the keys to the game. It's funny, if you run, the Rockets can run and they can play slow. So it's kind of like, what do you do? I don't know. See, the thing is with me is I can't stand James Harden. I can't stand the way he ref baits, he flops, and then he throws up, like, he'll go like 4 of 20 from 3, but he'll be like 24 of 24 from the free throw line. It's almost so game-breaking, I don't know how to stop it, and it's a bunch of BS. I mean, really what you do is you probably put Harrison Barnes on him and just hope for the best. I mean, really, if you look at James Harden's game, he's useless off the ball. So if you can figure out a way to get the ball out of James Harden's hands, maybe try to like double him when he's off the ball so he can't get the ball. Because James Harden, when he doesn't have the ball, why does this keep playing? I don't understand. I'm sorry, guys. This keeps playing. I always try to delete it. Inspect element. Delete. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, I mean, the thing with James Harden is he's completely useless when he doesn't have the ball because he doesn't have any off-ball game. Westbrook has more of an off-ball game than Harden. So I would try to keep the ball in Westbrook's hands and get the ball out of James Harden's hands, because Westbrook will also throw up all kinds of bricks. If he has the ball in his hand, he'll just shoot it from 35 feet. He doesn't care. So I would maybe try to keep the ball out of James Harden's hands, because if doesn't have the ball in his hands, he's useless. I know it kind of sounds like ridiculous, like obviously, but he doesn't have an off-ball game. He's not like Buddy. Buddy has 10 times the off-ball game James Harden does. And as far as the foul calls go, you just stay out of his way and hope for the best. Hope that the refs don't call foul calls, because you know they will. Other than that, you just guard the three-point line. If the Rockets are, going to be jacking up threes, just guard the three-point line, let them have their twos. As long as they're not hitting their threes, they're really not that scary, to be honest. And, as far as Westbrook goes, he throws up a lot. I thought Westbrook's prime would last longer than it has. I thought, maybe towards the end of his career, he'll become a better shooter. He'll lose some athleticism, will become a better shooter. He's losing athleticism and he can't shoot. So like, what's he good at? I don't know. Barnes is the only king who can really guard Harden, no problem. Force Westbrook to shoot threes because he can. Yes, exactly. Keep the ball out of James Harden's hands the best you can, because he's useless off the ball anyways, and let Westbrook go to town. That would be my key to the game. I would double him, or try as hard as you can to double him without giving up like a wide open, basket to whoever, like Clint Capella. Like don't double him to where you leave Clint Capella wide open for a dunk. But figure out ways to kind of double him and still be able to guard everybody else. And just let Westbrook shoot every single shot he has. I mean, don't even try to like guard Westbrook. There's no point. Because he will drive it to you and get to the basket. No, don't get me wrong. Westbrook's still athletic. He can still get to the basket. But hey, if you hack Westbrook, he won't make his free throws. So we got that going for us too. Bielitsa had that block on Jackson at the three-point line. Which block on Jackson? Who, Jackson? Oh, Justin Jackson. Yes. You're right. I was thinking, who's Jackson? But yeah, obviously. Yeah, he did it. That was nice. So yeah, that'd be my keys of the game. Just stop James Harden all you can. As far as don't let him have the ball. And let everybody else on the Rockets score. Just keep it out of James Harden's hands. And I think you'd be fine. I mean, and a lot of times James Harden will throw up inefficient bricks anyways. So I think James Harden, even if James Harden has it going a little bit, he's not efficient. You should still be able to beat him, I think, me personally. But I'm biased. I can't stand James Harden. But it is what it is. I'll maybe talking to you guys tomorrow. It might be Skip. I'm sorry I kind of rushed this one, but I have to go. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Sing04 and Jeff the Lefty specifically, you two have been like steady coming into these streams. I want to thank you guys so much. It's been so nice talking to you guys, and I love the support. Thank you guys so much for everything. I gotta go. I love you guys. Talk to you in the next one tomorrow, maybe not. I hope so. If you guys think I go off on Nikola Jokic, wait till you hear me talk about James Harden. Anyways, talk to you guys next one. Love you guys.